You telling me that you built a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Black and Red Builds channel. Glad to have you here. It is storming outside. It's pouring cats and dogs out there, really coming down here in the FLA. So what a better time to build a model. First, let me say I was going to continue with RoboCop today, but when I opened up pack 17, I was missing stage 66, I think it was. There are two stage 65s in the box and missing 66, which is pretty par for the course right now with Fanhome. The quality control is extremely lacking. We'll just say that.
Hello? Hello? Anybody home?
Look, I love the models. Love the models. Quality control, man. I don't even know what to say anymore. It's just almost funny now, you know. It's like every other pack, it seems like. So I've contacted them, and we'll see what they do. You know, hopefully they don't give me any trouble, and they'll send out pack 66 because I've got them kind of saved up for a little bit. And by the way, for those of you who are building these models, there are a lot of people that just get all the boxes in and then they start building. Make sure every time the box comes in that you open it up and check to make sure all the parts are correct in there, and then store it away so that you don't run into stuff like this. But anyways, we're going to be continuing on with our Back to the Future DeLorean today. We do have enough boxes that we can go for a while, and I just noticed that they're shipping out the next shipment with all my missing pieces in it. So that's awesome. Today we're going to do box 11, stages 47 through 51 of the Back to the Future Time Machine, the DeLorean. So I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys up top so you can get a bird's eye view, and let's get this thing open. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the box. Let's open this up. This is kind of a different box. They don't usually come in boxes like this, but this one did. Let's get the paper out. All right, now we have all of our parts. This is the stages where I think we're going to be doing a lot of the wiring on the dash, as you can see here. Lots of wires and seats, which is cool. All right, let's get the rest of this stuff out and toss this box to the side. All right, looks like we got our 5 stages here, 47 through 51. And we have another binder here to put those magazines in. So, actually haven't put any in the binder yet. I just have them all packed away in a box. Not sure if I'm going to keep them or not at the end of the build. It's just a lot of stuff just to have around, you know? So anyways, you just kind of straighten this out like this, and then you put all your magazines inside there to hold them. All right, guys, let's waste no more time, and let's go ahead and get started with stage 47. All right, here we are, stage 47. Let's get a look at what we're doing in this issue. What an amazing car, man. I can't wait to have this thing done. Looks like we're going to be working on the dashboard, steering wheel, the steering column, all that. Yeah, basically part of the dashboard with the steering column. Okay, here's our parts here we're going to be putting in. So we're going to be combining the dash to the center console too, which is pretty cool. And yeah, when we get done, we're going to be looking like that. Flip through the rest of the magazine real quick for you. Okay, let's get started. All right, before we get started, we're going to get our screwdriver out. I use the Fantig E1 Max. And if you guys are interested in a nice electric screwdriver, there will be a link for this one in the description down below. Okay, let's get it out. Okay, we're going to start off with part 47C. This is, I believe, the top of the steering column. And then we have 47E and 47C. It's hard to tell them apart. I'm not really sure which one is which. They look pretty much identical. The only difference is the very slight difference in the decal on them. But it's hard to tell still which one is which. It doesn't really show, so I don't think it really matters. And we're going to take one of them and we're going to put it on this side, and we're going to slot it in right here just like this. And then we're going to take the other one on the other side and slot it in right here just like that. Okay, so it's going to look like that. All right, now here's the base of the steering column we're going to be putting on top of that, and we're going to secure it with 2 AP screws. Yeah, actually, I think that's supposed to be 2 BP screws. There are no AP screws in this stage, but there are BP screws. So looking through, we only use 4 of them if we're using these as BP screws. So I believe this is supposed to be BP screws, not AP screws. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take the one and just put it right over the top. It's going to go this way around. You'll see that the levers are going to go right in here. So just put it right over the top of it like that, and we're going to screw that down with those, hopefully 2 BP screws. Hopefully that's right. They go in just fine. All right, it's going to look like that. Those actually still move a little bit, which is kind of cool. All right, now we're going to get our dashboard out. Probably got some dust on it. It's been a minute. And we're going to turn it this way. And this is going to sit into the dashboard just like this. And these 2 holes here is going to go over these 2 just like that. We're going to secure this in with 2 FP screws. There you go, nice and solid. It's going to look like that. Okay, we're going to set that out of the way. Here we have 47A, that's the underside of the dashboard here. 47I, this bracket, and then we have 2 more BP screws. Yeah, this is going to go this way around with this little piece sticking out here going towards the front here. And it's going to sit right over these 2 holes like that, and we're going to secure that on with those 2 BP screws. Now this is where the steering column is going to be going through. I think I need a new bit. About worn this one out. Anyway, it's going to look like that. All right, we're going to get our dashboard back out and flip it back over again like this. And we're going to be putting the underside of the dash on top of it. It's going to go this way around, and we're going to line these studs up here with these on the bottom. All right, just like that. And we're going to secure that in here, 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 and here with 4 FP screws. All right, it's going to look just like that. Okay, now we got 47B. This is the steering column. We're going to turn this around this way, and we're going to push the steering column through here and out the this part of the column here. So underneath this bracket and out through there like that. And now we have our steering wheel here. We're going to turn this around this way, and we're going to keep this pointing down, and we're going to slide our steering wheel over onto the steering column here. And it's going to go with the 3 spokes facing downwards like that. And we're going to secure that in with 1 BM screw. And since that's going into metal, we're going to put a little bloop of oil on it. And we're just going to put it right on the screw. Just like that. And we're going to screw that down. There we go. It's on there nice. Just like that. And then we got 47H. This is the center of the steering wheel. And we're going to cover that screw up with it. I'm just going to push it on. It's got 2 pegs that's going to go into the 2 holes in the steering wheel. Just get them lined up and pushed on, just like that. Got the little toggle switches on it. Pretty cool. You just see Marty slamming his head against that, and the car's starting up. All right, we're going to get our center console out now. We'll be combining these together. We're going to turn it around this way, and we have 2 pegs here on the dashboard, under the side of the dashboard. That's going to go right into these 2 holes here. So let's just line those up and push it on. All right, just like that. And now we're going to flip it over this way, and we're going to screw this in here and here with 2 FP screws. There we go, just like that. All right, nice. Okay, guys, that's the end of stage 47. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 48. Okay, here we are with stage 48. Get a look at our parts. All right, so this is going to be all like wiring. So we have all these wires and some cable ties here. And this is going to be the wires that are running all over the dashboard, I believe. So we're going to be doing that, wiring this stuff together. Looks like a lot. Yeah, there's quite a bit going on here, but when we get done, we're going to have all this wiring put in here like this. Let's get started. All right, starting right off, it looks like this piece here is broken out of the package. So I'm going to have to see if I can get this fixed. Looks like it's pretty bent. This end is broken off of it, as you can see there. So I'm going to glue this together and let this sit for a minute, and then I'll come back to it. Yeah, also, this tab here looks like it's bent over. I don't know if I can straighten that without breaking it. Looks a little better. See, that was like curled way over. This side was broken off completely, so we're gonna let that set up and see if we get the wires put, because I gotta put a wire through this side. So I'll probably have to take a pen or something and see if I can push the glue out, get our hole open back up. Use the tip of this and get that open. Hopefully that'll be all right. Okay, we're gonna put that to the side and let that dry, and we're gonna work on some other stuff here. All right, let's get our dashboard and stuff back out here. We have these wires from 45C. We're gonna run them behind this box here, all the way over, and then down the side, and go sharp around that corner. We're gonna go down the side here, like this, okay? And then we're gonna come around the edge of this, okay? And we're gonna come across, and we're gonna run these wires with these wires right through the edge of this. Push them down in there. Okay, and then straight out the back. All right. Okay, like that. Okay, we're going to get 39A out. This is our footboard here of the car. And after we get our wiring ran in there like we need it like that, we're going to take this wire and put it with it straight out the back. And we're going to put this over the top here. And we're going to line it up. There we go. Get our screw holes lined up in there. You'll feel it go into place. And then we're going to get 4 FP screws here. And we're going to flip this over, holding it all together like this. All right, and we're going to screw it in here, 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 and here with these 4 FP screws. It's these little holes on the outside, not these holes. Right here. There we go. I was like, why is that just spinning and spinning? All right, it's going to look like that. Nice. Okay, we're going to set this to the side. We need to get this out now, see if we can get it to work. Okay, this has a skinny tab on it and then a wider tab. We're going to put the skinny tab to the left, and these wires are going to go 1 through 9 from left to right. And we're going to get 48B. That's this bunch of wires right here. And there should be 2 red wires, 2 white wires, 2 black wires, 2 yellow wires, and 1 brown wire. And it's going to start with 2 red wires. Here, get the 2 red wires. There we go. And these are going to go first. All right, and we're going to take it this way, and we're going to run it through the first hole. There we go. And you want it about halfway, it says. Then we're going to run the wire back through the other side. There we go. Yeah, I think that's about halfway. We'll see. We might be able to adjust them, hopefully. Now, the other red wire is going to go in right next to it. That's going to be number 2. Same thing, we're going to go up from the bottom and then over and down through the other side. Okay, like that. Now we're just going to do the rest of them in order. 2 white, 2 black, 2 yellow, and 1 brown. All right, it should look something like this. All right, now we're going to hook this in. We have the thinner tab and then the thicker tab. And the thinner tab is here. Towards the bottom, so let's push that one in. See if we can get these in without breaking this thing, since we had to fix it. Seems pretty good there. Okay, now we're going to run these wires around the edge here, around the corner, and down the side of the dash like this. And then we're going to take this and push it through here, through behind the console, and out this hole right here. So let's see if we can get that done. Grab a hold of those and pull them. Now, holding these in the back, I'm going to kind of get these situated where they're supposed to be, like that. We're going to put a wire strap around these a little bit later, but right now we're just going to leave it just like that. And I'm just going to bend these up to the side like this to hold it. And now these are going to come around this way, like this, and they're going to go around the edge of the dash and out this hole right here. Get those pulled out. There we go. And I'm going to bend that downwards, just like that. So those are coming out that side, and these are over here. Should look like that in the front. Nice. You know, we need 48C and 48D. That's the yellow wire and this black kind of tube. And we're going to put them together, okay, like this. Okay, and these are going to run behind these 2 red pieces here. I'm going to try to get it about halfway and push it down behind those 2 pieces. And then it's going to run around. I'm going to kind of twist them together And kind of run around this and then follow these wires here and then out the same hole underneath. Okay, just like that. And then on this side, they're going to run around. You know, I'm just going to loosely twist them. And they're going to run down this side and out this hole on this end over here on the driver's side. Okay, just like that. Right here. Okay, now we have 48E. That's the red wire that's got two together. And one end kind of splits open like this. And the other end is sealed together. Okay, I'm going to run this in underneath out this side over here with these wires. Now, I'll be able to bunch all these together later because they're going to be all connected back here. So it's kind of a pain in the butt right now, especially since this black one is just a tube. It's not really a wire. So it doesn't really want to bend and stay in place. But this red one's going to go out the same way. Push it out there as well, just like that. And it's going to come up this way. And we're just going to lay it across the dashboard right here for now, just like this. Okay, now we're going to get one of our wire ties, and we're going to see if we can kind of get this bundled together. Let's see if we can get that tied down. Okay, like that. Okay, now we have 41F, and 41F is going to go out through that middle hole here. And the rest of the wires are going to come up this way. I'm just going to tuck them in right there for now. Okay. And it's right here. All right, now we need another zip tie, and we're going to zip tie these together, this bunch right here on this side. They're all in there, I believe. Let me get this zip tie snug down, get this one back in there. This is very, very tricky. You know, we have 48H, and this one's going to go also through that middle hole in the back under the dashboard right here. So I'm going to run this through there, pull it out, and then this wire is going to come up right through here, through this side of the dash over here. And now we need to get another zip tie, and this one needs to come right over here. We're going to be zip tying all these wires together. See what we can do here, get all these together. Yeah, I'm not going to cut any of these ends off until I'm kind of done with the wiring here. Okay, now we have 48G, this one here. And we're going to also run it underneath the driver's side and out this hole under the driver's side dashboard here. Okay, like that. And then we're going to bring it up with these other wires. And they're just going to lay up on the dash right here, like that. We're going to put a zip tie on it. And we'll just get the zip tie going and get everything kind of where we need it. Let me get my better needle or tweezers out and see what we can do here. All right, grab one of our red wires here from this these first two here on the left, and let's see if we can get them put in there. Okay, there's one. Get this one put in. And there's the first two. See if we can see them in there right there. Got those two put in. Okay, now these four. One's going to go here. Two's going to go on the bottom two on this side, and one's going to stretch over to here. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch that one over to there first. Okay, got those four in. Now these two coming from this are going to go into these two back ones on this right side box here. I'm going to take the one on the left, and I'm going to put it in the middle, just like that. And then the one on the right is going to go on the end. There we go, like that. Okay, now we have these four here. One of them is going to stretch over to this one, and the other three are going to go into this one here. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get this one in on this end. Let's see if we can get these three in. Move two of them way out of the way here. Try to get that first one in. Get the next one. All right, then the last one. There it goes. Okay, that's all of those in. All right, now we have these wires here. We got three longer ones that are going to go into the back of this box, and then the three shorter ones are going to go into the back of this box. So I'm going to go ahead. So we're going to go ahead and put the shorter ones in first, and then the longer ones. We're going to start with it's going to go blue, red, yellow, red. So we're going to start with a blue one and see if we can get that one put in. There's the blue. Actually, we have one red that goes onto the side here. See if we can get this one put there. Okay, just like that. And get the other red here. then the yellow, and then the last red. All right, now we're going to take the longer ones and bring them over here. We're going to run them under the short ones. All right, blue, red, yellow, red. Yeah, like that. All right, guys, that's the end of stage 48. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 49. All right, real quick first, so I'm just going to clip these off. All right, here we are, stage 49. Let's get a look at our parts. And we got more wires going on. Yay. All right, we're going to be running these wires through as well. Okay, when we get done, we're going to be looking like this. All right, let's get to it. All right, guys, we're going to get our whole dash and floorboard out here again. Looks like we're going to be putting some seat belts in, starting off. We've got 48A, this one right here, and one IP screw. And we're going to put this seat belt on. It's going to go right here on these two holes. There's a little peg that goes in a smaller hole, and then we'll screw it in through the bigger hole. Get that pushed on there. Just to say, these are like cloth. Just pretty cool. I like that. They could have just been plastic, but that's pretty neat. All right, see if we can get that pushed on there. There we go. Now we're going to screw that on. Just like that. Okay, now we got the other one, 49B, and another IP screw, and we're going to screw that in on this side right here. Same thing. Line up the little pin. See if I can do this way. That pin pushed in. There it is. Screw that in. There we go. We got both seat belts on there. And then we got 49D, E, and F. That's these right here. We're going to get these all together like this. And we're going to pass these through this right side and out this center hole in the back, like all these other ones here. So let's see if we can get those pushed through there. Yeah, there's all three of them. We're going to spin this around this way. And we're going to attach all these down. All of these are going to come through right here. And we're going to attach that down with a bracket. That's 49J and one AP and one GP screw. Yeah, I'm going to try to hold these wires. Okay, I'm going to put that bracket over that and see if we can get some screws in there. One of those things where you need an extra hand. You got the one end, that's the larger screw, the GP screw. Now we need to put the AP screw in. All right, there we go, just like that. And now we got these two 49C cables, and we're going to pass those through the same direction, same way. Okay, there's both of them right here. Okay, now we got this bracket. This is 49I, and we have another AP screw. We're going to turn this over again so we can see the back. Yeah, we're going to bring these up between these two pins here, over just like this. And we're going to put that, and this little bracket's got a peg on one side, and we're going to put it onto the hole on the left side there, just like that, and then screw it in to the other side with that AP screw. There we go, just like that. We're going to get a zip tie, 49K, and we're going to zip tie these all these wires together. All right, let's get them bunched together and see if we can get these zip tied up. Snip the end off of that. There we go. And now we're going to get another zip tie, and we're going to bring these cables on down together. Okay, and just on the other side of the seat belt, we're going to put another one. So right about there, clip that one off. We got 49H and 49G, and we're going to connect these together with two more wire ties. There we go. Now we have 49G and 49H wired together here. We're going to put that this in with this little connector thing on it is going to face this direction. We're going to run this on the inside of the console on the driver's side. And once again, we're going to run it through the middle, out that middle hole. Let's see if I can get these kind of side by side and get that pushed through there and out that hole where I can grab them both. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we got those out the back. We're going to get another one of these 49J connectors here. One GP screw and one AP screw. There we go. All right, now we're going to tilt this up here so we can see. And we have 2 more holes here. We're going to run all these wires. We're going to get all 3 of the wires here that we have. And we're going to run them down between these 2 and screw that connector on there. All right, let's see if we can get that screwed in. And now the AP screw on the other side. Now those are kind of loose there. They're just hanging, they're just sitting there. They're not really held in. You know, we're going to get another one of those connectors and another GP and another AP screw. And now we need to connect these wires, put these wires down. All right, you got those all bunched together there. Like that. And we need to get these all together, right? And we do the same thing over on this side. And we're going to bring them all down in between these. And we're going to put this one on this side. Same thing again, just the opposite side. Okay, just like that. All right, it's going to look like that. And like this from this side. Nice. All right. And this is just going to be running down on the driver's side over here. Anyways. All right, guys, that's the end of stage 49. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 50. Okay, here we are, stage 50. Let's get a look into our parts here. Looks like we're going to be doing the seats. We're putting the driver's seat in right here. Putting it together and installing it into the car, just like that. And when we get done, we're going to be looking like this. All right, let's get started. Okay, here we have our pieces here of our driver's seat. We have the back here. This is 50D and the sponge is 50C. It's already in it. It says to put it in and it's already in there. And then we have this 50B, the metal back piece that's going to go into it. And the same with the seat. We have the seat here, 50G, and 50C is the sponge. And then the metal piece of the seat here is 50H. And we're just going to take these metal pieces now that the sponge is in there. We're going to slide these little slots over these parts of the seat here. Just going to slide in like that. And now it's nice and cushiony. Pretty cool. And the same with the seat part. Just slide these slots over these little rail pieces on the seat. Get them lined up and slide them on. There you go. Looks nice and comfy. Okay, now we're going to take the back and we're going to line it up on the seat part. Just like this. Get the holes lined up like that. Okay, now we have this knob, and the knob is keyed, so it only slots into this one way. And we want to get it in there and push through. There we go. Once you get that slot in, right, it'll go all the way in. Then we'll get an HP screw, and we're going to screw that in. All right, like that. Now we're going to get the other side lined up and put the other knob in. Again, we want to line up this little keyed section. Get that pushed all the way in. Get the other HP screw. Just like that. And now we're going to get 50A. This is the back piece of the back of the seat here, and we're going to push it on. Just slots right over it, just like this. Get that stamped in good all the way around. And we're going to need 5 DM screws. And we're going to put a DM screw in each one of those holes. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we have the seat bottom, and we're going to put it on just the same way. Slide it over and snap it in, just like that. Okay, now we need 4 DM screws to go into these holes here. All right, it's going to look like that. Nice. Okay, we're going to bring our dashboard and floorboard back over. We're going to be putting the driver's seat in. Okay, we're going to get this wiring pushed over to the side. All right, and we need the seat belt up. And when we put the seat over, we want to slide these little slots through the floorboard. We're going to get them on there, right? There we go, just like this. And then we want to take these 2 HP screws, and we're going to screw them in here and here, but we're not going to over tighten them because we need it to be able to slide. I think I will use a regular screwdriver so as not to over tighten. See, okay. Our seat belt laying here over on the seat. There we go. Just like that. These wires, make sure they're out the back. All right, I think that's pretty good. We're going to leave that like it is. All right, guys, that's the end of stage 50. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 51. All All right, here we are with stage 51. I believe we're going to be doing the same thing, just with the passenger seat. Yep. Same thing, passenger seat, getting it put in, and we're going to look like this. Okay, then the next box looks like more cables. All right, let's get going. Okay, here we go again. Same as the other side. We're going to be putting the metal piece inside the plastic piece of the back and sliding it in down the little slots there. And the same with the seat. There we are, just like that. Okay, now we're going to put the back on the seat and get the holes lined up and put one of the knobs in, just like that. Now we're going to get one of our HP screws and we're going to screw that in. All right, now we're going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. Put a knob in, seat knob, get our HP screw, and screw it on. There we go, just like that. Okay, now we're going to get our seat back piece here, and we're going to put it right over the top like that, and screw that in with 5 DM screws. All right, just like that. Now we're going to put the seat bottom on, that pushed in, yeah, and 4 DM screws. All right, it's going to look like that. Get our dashboard and everything back over here. Get the belt buckle up out of the way. And again, we're going to put the seat in. I think that's it. Lift it up. Get our HP screws, and we're going to put those in. All right. Now, I know there's a company that makes some aftermarket parts for this, carpeting and stuff like that. I like to build these the way they're supposed to be built through the company so I can show how it would look if someone goes out and buys this to build on their own without paying for the extra pieces. So, I don't know. Maybe down the road. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, the carpeting would be kind of cool in here. We'll see. Anyways, guys, this is how it's looking. Just like that. There, we got all the wiring coming out the back right now. There we go. Okay, guys, that's the end of stage 51 and the end of box 11. So let's go ahead and get back to the main camera. All right, guys, we're all done with box 11. Let's go ahead and get them glasses off. There we go. We got all this tedious wiring put in, all those little red wires put in where they're supposed to go. All the wiring ran around. I put an extra zip tie right here, just to kind of hold that one a little bit better. There we go, around the edges. Got the seats put in. Got all this wiring coming out the back. Very cool, man. This thing's coming along, and I'm glad that I'm going to have all the parts now, at least for a while, so I can continue building on this. Like I said at the beginning, still waiting on missing part in box 17 of RoboCop. I've got 2 more boxes of Darth Vader to do, and then I've got some other projects from a couple of collaborations with Mechrobe and with a brick build company called Fantasy. So can't wait to get those out for you guys to see. And yeah, man, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching. If you are building this model here, the Back to the Future DeLorean, or if you have already built it, what a pain in the butt all that wiring is, huh? I'm glad all of this is done, because that was a pain. But all right, guys, love all you guys. Appreciate you watching. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and stroll over there and hit that subscribe button. It helps the channel out immensely. And I'll see you next time. I'm Chewysolo, and this is Black and Red Builds. See ya!
Woo! Now that is a whole lot of fun right there.